Hello, hello, I'm Socksway Up and welcome back to Arcadia SMP. Today is episode 2 and I'm tired of not having good gear. We wasted a lot of iron making our starter base, and today you can see behind me we got a couple villagers. We're going to get a villager breeder going. I don't want to spend a lot of time mining. I want to utilize these two guys to breed a ton of villagers so we can get a lot of trading going, our own little trading hall, get all the gear that we need, all the books that we need that way. Makes it a lot easier, a lot more enjoyable for me to play Minecraft. Do sheep eat while they're watched? It seems not. I've been following this guy around for a good few minutes and he just won't eat. Ah. Thank you. All right, we got our classic little villager breeder set up. We're using carrots as the crop of choice. That way, eventually, maybe we'll be able to utilize the carrots as well and turn this into a carrot farm for us, for a food source. We'll see about that. But right now, we're kind of just waiting for the villagers to get their inventory up to where they're willing to breed, and then we'll be making villagers and making some progress. We got our first baby. All right, this thing is working. Let's see if it's completely working. Yes. Now what do we do with you? Yeah, for the time being, let's just do this. Hello.
Hello.
How's
I
it
was just
going?
walking past. Good, good, good. How about you?
Look at your shiny gear.
I know. I'm a bit kitted out. I've been working.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I was just coming along to actually stock my shop up a bit more with a few more books, and I just stopped by here to see if there's any new shops that had popped
That's
up.
what I was doing. I was taking a peek at the shops
See
finally.
another one over there.
All right, well, I won't hold you up. I'm just kind of...
recently.
I'm,
yeah, don't worry about it.
Getting my villagers going and a little bit of an iron farm.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I've got like a basic iron farm going to get my villagers traded up quicker.
That's exactly what I did.
It's really slow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking for coal,
Yeah.
but the coal was sold out. So I guess I'll go mining.
I see. Right, yeah. I'll see you again then, dude.
All right, have a good one. All right, we're finishing off our first AFK session at our brand new iron farm. Let's go ahead and see what we got outside, and we got some bad guys. Let's see how we did. I got a little bit inside my inventory right now because we went ahead and emptied it out a little bit not too long ago, and then AFK'd for about a couple more hours. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 stacks of iron. That's going to do for a while. Let's run around this way, avoid these guys, find our bed, and make a day. We've been busy. We got our gear thanks to our iron farm. We got everything we need. We got a sword, an axe, 2 pickaxe, a shovel, all the gear we need. All these guys here in our temporary little trading hall. I got them protected. I think zombies might be able to reach them still. We got to work on that a little bit. The thing I wanted to do here was just speed up my progress, and that's what we've done. We've been very successful with that. This villager breeder has been definitely doing the trick for us. There comes a zombie. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. All right, then we're going to go protect our villagers a little bit more, do another AFK session at the iron farm while we think about some designs to make this temporary trading hall look a little bit better, as well as covering up the top of the village breeder and make it look like a building. And it's going to kind of finish off what I want to build on this starter island before we move over to the main island to start really building the city of our dreams for this season of Arcadia SMP. So I've been doing some thinking, and we want this to be a really long series, so I don't think we're going to go ahead and rush moving to the main island or the main land that we're going to build on. I definitely want to finish this island. I'm starting to really enjoy the size of it and everything that we can kind of do with it here to just decorate it out and finish it off as our starter island. I kind of underestimated the amount of things that I was going to want to do. As you can see this wall here. Let's not look at that yet. But how did you get here? Excuse me, sir. How did you end up? Yeah, hi. How did you get here? You must have came up here and fell in. That's not very smart, buddy. Not very bright. But yeah, so we wanted to finish off this island. Like all this stuff's temporary. I'm going to move it around, get some real farms going, and yep, making some more trees. Yeah. So yeah, we want to get this whole area decorated out, and there's a lot of terraforming. We're going to hop over here and kind of show you some of the plans in person so you can see why I'm struggling with trying to move so fast. So here you can see that wasn't supposed to happen. So here you can see a good view of our island, our city that we're going to build. And right kind of in this stretch here is where I wanted Main Street. A main street that has some old commercial buildings that were built around the early 1900s. That's the style we're going to go for here. And then on the outskirts out here, we're going to have a lot of farmland. And over here, we're going to have a nice large industrial district. And the main focus of this mega city, or this large city that we're going to make, is out here on top of this hill in the distance. A nice big structure, big house, maybe the king or the leader of the city or the town has its home there. That's the plan for that. But what I've noticed as I started doing some prep was the terrain's a little too different. It's a little too low down here. It looks nice when there's nothing here, but as I started to design roads and figure out how to get down to that direction, it didn't really fit the style of building that I was wanting to go with. So this hill up here is definitely going to stay, but most of this stuff's going to probably come down to about the level, maybe of about right where we're pointing there. So there's a lot of terraforming we're going to have to do before we even start building. Some stuff we'll start designing over in our industrial area in the next few episodes, and then maybe some of our houses in the farm area as well. But this main street that I wanted to create and the mega build, I don't know if I will use the word mega. That might be too strong for what we're going for. We'll see. But the large build is going to go out in that direction. And to get prepped, there's a lot of upgrades that we wanted to do. We got our trusty little shovel. One of the things I'm kind of thinking about is maybe I attack it with some moss. I do want moss. Maybe we'll get some bone meal going. See how quickly we can terraform it that way. We'll try a few other things. Maybe we rush to get a beacon as well so we can really chunk through these things. Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to finish off. We're going to head back on over to the starter island. So if you're new to the channel or new to Socks Way Up in general, one thing you need to know about me is I like to cover up my farms with buildings. So we like to decorate them. We like to finish them off so they don't just look like these ugly farms here. This isn't okay. So we're going to redesign it. The good thing about having these guys all in their mine carts is it's going to be really easy to just change out some of these blocks. We can come over here and we can just knock that one out. And let's say, yep, we're going to go with a dirt design. We're not going to go with the dirt design, but just for an example, I guess I'm not hungry. And yeah, so we'll get that redone. So the goal for the rest of this episode is to really beautify, pretty up these two builds that I did and possibly improve the area here, and I'll show you why. Looking at our secret map project, we definitely, I wanted to do a starter map of the main area, and you can see this is the focus of the entire city. Here's that big hill we're talking about. Main Street will be around right in this area. There's the village where we got our villagers from, and here's our little starter island. But you can see how hideous this looks out here. I don't only want the builds to look nice when we're looking at them in shaders. I want them to look nice on the map as well. And you can kind of see our path going on, a little bit of the farms out here. So one of the things I'm going to focus on is finishing up these two builds here and making this beach area. We might not even keep it sand yet. I'm not 100% sure, but we got a couple more buildings. Maybe we put one here, maybe one here, you know, a little bit more disappearing is not the right word, replacing of all the sand and turning it into a grass island instead. But to make that progress, we need to start working. So we're going to do that now. We're going to jump into a time lapse of one and maybe two of these builds that we've worked on. I got what design settled for this one. I'm not sure if I love it, so we might change it while we're building it. What? Why? What is in there? You okay, bud? All right, we got it done. I really like the way it turned out. We got our starter house here. It's a pretty good size house. And then kind of a little shed in the background. There's a lot of landscaping we'll have to do. There's a hole there. Oh, that's why. There's a lot of landscaping we'll have to do. I like the way it turned out. We used some smooth sandstone and some cut sandstone for the wall texture here to mix it up a little bit. I originally designed it with the yellow terracotta, but I decided to just mix it up a little bit to change it so they're not exactly the same, but kind of have a similar design to them. So they look like they do belong to the same owners. In here, it's kind of nice and dark and scary. The way we kind of get in here is we'll trade with them, and then if we got to sneak down here, we can get our XP that gets stuck down there. Not too bad, but again, these guys are probably temporary. We'll probably gut this out, move them to our long-term solution. It's going to be somewhere over there, somewhere in that area. And then this building, what the heck are you? How did you get down there? Bees are strange. Bees are very strange. You live here. You got stuck in here. I wonder if we can get them out. You're going to stop there. Oh, that got him out. All right. Well, we'll take care of you later. But yeah, that's the way it turned out. Let me know what you think. I liked the mix up of the different types of lanterns that we're using here. Gives it a little bit more of a darker, a little bit more mysterious feel. Definitely think it turned out pretty sweet. I do like to switch up the shaders, shut them off, and make sure things look okay for everyone else who's coming by that might have different shaders or might not be using them, kind of taking a peek at our builds. I think it turned out pretty sweet. I've said that probably 10 times. What are you doing, dude? But yeah, so we'll get some decorating going on here. So a little bit more detailing of the landscape and get this episode finished. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of work. We've done a lot, not showing a lot of it, but we've got a lot done. We've got plenty of gear going now. Yeah, it's been a good one. For today's edition of Landscaping with Socks, I decided to do a time lapse this time. I did a lot of changes to the starter island. I really wanted to start rethinking, especially this angle here, of the way it looks when people show up to the starter island. And so a lot of terraforming went into it, a lot of redesigning, replanning what we were doing. This type of detailing is my focus this season. That's why we've added in the Landscaping with Socks segment. I want to really think about the entire picture here and not just build a building and move on to the next building. I want to finish the entire area. And you can see here, I didn't like the way the island was shaped. This entrance, I really want to stand out as people fly in here, or if they just show up on boat, and we'll show a little bit of an angle of that later on. And getting rid of the bamboo and sugarcane that we had in that area means they're going to have to find a new home long term. We're definitely going to focus on that later on in the series. It's coming along nice. I have a lot of plans in my head. I'm really excited to get them out, and I hope you enjoy this little time lapse in this segment of Landscaping with Socks. Definitely want to step it up like I said earlier before, and I hope that's what's happening. Let me know what you think. All right, we've been busy doing lots of terraforming, lots of stuff getting done in Landscaping with Socks. Hi, do you want something? But here's the great reveal. Here we go. A lot of work was done. Let's jump into free camera mode here and take a little peek at it. What I was going for, as I probably mentioned in the time lapse, was this angle here is kind of how I envision people coming in to our land here, to our island. And that's what I wanted to see first. I wanted to see our big, huge house. I didn't really want trees blocking it. We might put some trees back in the side here and maybe in this little alley side area here. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do there yet. We still got some growth to happen there, but we're good. We're good. This nice little path entrance, maybe adding a little bit of a entry here will come next, but I think this is huge, a huge improvement from what we had before. I like this little edge right here, or hedge, yep, hedge that we put right there as well. And down here, if we sneak in, we're gonna do something here next episode, probably next few episodes. I'm not 100% sure where this path will line up. I wanted to kind of get it out there just to kind of see how we felt about it. We got a building to add here. Once we get the size of that done and connect the paths for these two and figure out what we're going to do with the back here, this area is looking pretty awesome. We did a lot of terraforming, got rid of a lot of land. Man, it's been quite an episode. I've enjoyed it a ton. Can't wait to start recording the next one. I got a lot of cool things planned. Starter Island's coming along pretty nice. Got a couple new friends here. Yeah. I'm Socks Way Up. I'll catch you on the next one.